Dortmund is full of worries. The whole Dortmund team went to Marbella, Spain, for training. Sebastian Haller returns with laughter and optimism. But ahead of coach Edin Terzic still has a lot of work to do. Under the sun in Spain, coach Terzic has a full 28 players in hand. Haller, after winning a serious illness, is working hard to regain his form soon. The Ivory Coast striker even sets a starting goal against Augsburg on January 22, Bundesliga round 16. However, Terzic will have to be careful with the health of the player who has just undergone 2 surgeries and 1 chemotherapy. Slowing down Haller's impatience is also a task for Terzic if he wants this talented striker to be able to go long distances. An important job of Terzic during the training tour was to strengthen the defense system. Dortmund had to receive up to 21 goals after 15 matches, equivalent to 1.4 goals per game. With 6 losses, the Ruhr team dropped to 6th in the table, 25 points, and was the team that lost the most in the top 10. The weaknesses in Dortmund's defense can be easily pointed out, first of all the ineffective central defender. Niklas Süle has not contributed much due to injury, while the combination of rookie Nico Schlotterbeck and Mats Hummels is not really good. Hummels at the age of 34 was much slower and Schlotterbeck lacked experience in nail games. The injury of captain Marco Reus makes Dortmund difficult for the last 3 months of 2022. Their play without a leader makes Jude Bellingham have to bear too much work in both attack and defense. Despite the English midfielder's efforts, Dortmund's midfield is still quite fragile, especially in the counter-attack stage. The ineffective remote defense system is one of the reasons why Dortmund is easy to concede. The return of Marco Reus in the second stage only helps the Dortmund system to be more balanced and organized, but does not solve the problem of lacking a high-class defensive midfielder. For Dortmund to return to the championship race in the Bundesliga, they need the pillars to be in top form. That is the challenge for sporting director Sebastian Kehl in keeping Jude Bellingham and Yusuke Moukoko. The process of renewing negotiations with Moukoko has not yet resulted. Dortmund's number 1 striker in the Bundesliga this season, 6 goals, only has a contract until the end of the season, meaning he has the right to negotiate with another club at this time. So in the next 2 weeks, Kehl has to find a way to renew with Moukoko. Otherwise this talented goalscorer will play the rest of the season with his mind set on his new team. Jude Bellingham's case is more of a headache. The English midfielder is still silent about the rumors surrounding him. Even BLD Dortmund does not know whether Bellingham will stay with them in January or not amid the interest of many European giants. Losing Bellingham is losing a soul in the midfield. But to successfully retain the English midfielder, a new super terrible contract is needed. Meanwhile, Dortmund itself can be swayed by an offer of €120 million from Real Madrid or Man City. It is difficult to imagine how Dortmund would play without both Bellingham and Moukoko, or just keep their body for the rest of the season. The 9 points left behind by Bayern are not as heavy as the problems that the Ruhr team is facing. Schultz broke the case to Lazio. Left-back Nico Schultz is still present in the composition of Dortmund players coming to Marbella for training. The reason is that the transfer to Lazio was broken at the last minute. The 29-year-old player is not currently in the plans of coach Edin Terzic but receives a salary of up to €5 million a year. Therefore, Dortmund will find ways to liquidate the player who has played for Germany 12 times in the winter transfer window. Schultz's transfer price is currently only €2 million.